it is something that's crazy that you don't really hear about every day.
We now know the name of the woman whose body was found in a freezer. What neighbors are revealing.
This morning, Caltrans is already preparing for road work later tonight. What drivers have to do to plan ahead.
A new study finds harmful chemicals in most of the food you can buy at grocery stores and fast food restaurants.
It's really exciting to see this just vast array of nominees.
Diversity is front and center at the Golden Globes. We have a preview. It's 6 a.m. on Friday, January 5th, and you're up with CBS 8.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us here at 6 a.m. on this Friday. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Nada Iranpour. So glad you're here. And we're going to start off with a check of that forecast. I do think walking around with a blanket would be appropriate to do outside today.
You have one right behind you, so
like
you
a
can grab
sleeping
it.
bag.
Inside's
It's
fine.
cold even inside the studio, but particularly outside.
yeah.
30s, 40s to kick off the morning. Colder right now than we were even at this time yesterday, and yesterday was a cold start to the morning. Take a look at where we are as far as your current temperatures go. I point to Ramona specifically at 31 degrees, sub-freezing as we kick off your Friday morning. 36 right now in Escondido, 37 in El Cajon. Along the coastline, we are mostly in the 40s. So you can see how these temperatures are indeed cooler than we were 24 hours ago. But by the afternoon, sunshine comes about, mid-60-degree temperatures expected. We are not going to be smooth sailing the entire weekend. We have the opportunity for a few showers to pop up. Coming up, we'll lay into detail what to expect over the course of your Saturday and Sunday. Back to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. And now a traffic alert. Repairs on Interstate 8, the bridge over El Cajon Boulevard, set to start tonight.
This is expected to impact traffic over the weekend and into next week. CBS 8's Regina Yorita live along the 8 with everything you need to know if you're going to be driving through East County here. Good morning, Regina.
Yeah, good morning, guys. And fortunately for morning commuters, they don't have to worry about any lane closures or any construction just yet. They might be noticing some crews preparing for the upcoming work, definitely setting aside some traffic cones for tonight, because that's when we're expected to see some lane closures starting at 9 p.m. So if you are heading towards this direction, definitely listen up, because it could impact your weekend plans if you don't plan ahead. And I do want to bring up that map that was provided by Caltrans to show you a better perspective on how traffic will be impacted. So the westbound lanes between the El Cajon Boulevard exit to Lauren Drive will be reduced to one lane from the hours of 9 p.m. starting tonight until 5 a.m. During the day, 3 lanes are scheduled to be open. Crews say they don't plan for a full shutdown, but they want drivers to avoid these lane closures, especially because you will come across traffic and certain delays this weekend into the beginning of next week. They're advising drivers to use detours over to State Route 125 and then reconnect to the 8. Caltrans says this is all part of an ongoing project to repair a 60-year-old bridge that is old and needs to be restored. The biggest impact is expected to be on Monday morning, right in the middle of that busy commute where drivers are heading to work and parents are dropping off kids to school. So CHP says they also will be patrolling the area. They're reminding drivers to be smart, slow down, and of course be mindful of construction crews. So back out here, as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, crews are already on top of it. They're actually preparing for the upcoming work, but as of right now, all lanes are open this morning. That construction work starts later tonight at 9 p.m. and if you don't plan ahead, you could be met with some slight traffic. So as far as the work and the road work and construction, when that finishes, that will end until Tuesday at 5 a.m. And for the next take, you will hear a little bit more about what Caltrans has told us about this project. So stick around. We will be bringing you the latest. For now, we're in El Cajon. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
Regina, thank you. This morning, detectives from the San Diego Police Department are asking anyone with information about a suspicious death in Allied Gardens to come forward.
This after police identified the woman whose body was found inside a freezer over Christmas weekend. So bizarre. CBS 8's Chris Groh live outside San Diego Police Department headquarters to explain what we've learned about this. Chris?
and discovered by people that were using the home, staying there, visiting there. And as for the name that's been released, Mary Margaret Haxby Jones, she would have been 81 today. We did speak with some neighbors, including those who had not met her because, again, she has been presumed to have been dead and or missing for about 8 years now. But at the same time, some of the neighbors in the area pretty disturbed here to find out exactly what was found in that home.
Social security checks, maybe. I really doubt that it's like not being able to let go. Funerals are really expensive. I don't know. I think it's money related one way or another.
And again, neighbors trying to figure out exactly how this could have happened, trying to find an explanation. Now, I should say Haxby Jones would have been, has either been missing or dead for up to 9 years. So police trying to figure out exactly how she ended up in the freezer, if it was something nefarious that happened, accidental, or some sort some sort of weird explanation. It was a very bizarre case that they have on their hands right now. Now, she did live at that home there in Allied Gardens. According to records that we were able to obtain, she was a registered nurse in the 1980s and had lived in that home with her husband, Robert. The strange thing, though, is that according to police, there were no obvious signs of trauma or injury to her body that were discovered. And so they are trying to figure out exactly how she, or again, her body ended up in that freezer, being stored in that freezer. Anyone that may know anything, have any type of information that could be potentially helpful to detectives is being asked to call the San Diego Police Department and or Crime Stoppers to remain anonymous. Neighbors that we did speak with who said that they did know her, were asked not to be identified, described Haxby Jones as cordial, nice, nothing out of the ordinary. And so again, police believe that she's been missing and or dead for 9 years now, would have been 81 as of today. And now they're trying to figure out exactly how her body ended up in that freezer. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, thanks for the update on that. Bizarre case there. This just in here, employers added 216,000 jobs in December. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released the data minutes ago. The unemployment rate remains the same at 3.7%. Today's number is way higher than the 170,000 jobs added in November. Investors were actually hoping for a more moderate report, different numbers than this, because more people with jobs means higher demand, higher prices, and higher interest rates to keep inflation down. So we're going to see how the stock market is reacting to all this later on this hour. Plus, what could else derail a soft landing so we can avoid a recession?
Interesting what's going on. And right now, City of San Diego crews are inspecting the damaged seawall at the popular children's pool there in La Jolla. A lot of people walk along that, but look at those waves. Last weekend's powerful waves. I mean, look at that. Brought down part of the protective railing. In fact, it's on the other side, the ocean side of that seawall there. It broke apart, and the Sierra Club Seal Society, a local group, wants the city to hold off on any work until after seal pupping season is over. And that's not over till the middle of May. The city says preparation for repairs are underway, but there's not a time frame for the work to be completed. So it's seal pupping season now, but people like to walk along that seawall and, just see them rolling around on the sand.
They do, yes.
Living the life.
We know especially visitors love to, see all the wildlife here around us. But as we say, keep your space, keep your distance, let them have their space there. Let's take a look at the next 12 hours here in San Diego. Gorgeous weekend upon us. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures overnight are cold, but then by each afternoon they warm up pretty nicely. I mean, we're still going to be just barely at average. Average for San Diego would be 66, sometimes 67 degrees. We're only going to get to about 65 degrees, so we'll stay below normal, but this is still going to be warmer than where we were yesterday and warmer than the last couple days, especially warmer than where we start each morning in the upper 30s and low 40s. Plenty of sunshine out there. Weekend beach forecast, Saturday and Sunday, we've got sunshine. However, we're going to see that cloud cover really start to build into Sunday. Opportunity for a few overnight showers to come about that are mainly going to take shape from about 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. early Sunday morning. So by the time we get past sunrise on Sunday, we're back to mostly dry skies, still some wind hanging out with us, and cooler temperatures for Sunday compared to what we see on Saturday. And we have had a week of cooler than average temperatures. It has been since Tuesday of not this past week, but the week prior that we had temperatures at 67 degrees. First time we were above average. And as you can see, since the new year, we haven't seen an afternoon high that's been at or above average. We've been pretty consistently cooler than average. This afternoon, we're going going for 66 in San Diego. That would match average if we get there. 68 for Santee and El Cajon, 64 for La Mesa. Take you up to North County, 66 for Oceanside, 62 for Encinitas, and 66 for Escondido on that afternoon high. Let's check in on traffic at 6:09, just about to hit 6:10. Live look outside at the southbound 805 Sorrento Valley Road. Starting to watch as volume picks up on the roads, especially on those southbound lanes, on those northbound lanes. Also want to take you to this, the one crash that we have. We've got the 805 northbound at Bonita Road. One lane blocked with a crash that just took place just south of National City and mainly in the Chula Vista area. CHP on scene, not causing any major backups because volume is still very light this morning, but we, of course, will keep checking in on this, let you know if it starts to cause any delays. Let's check in on border wait times. It is a pretty short wait out there at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Only going to take you about 60 minutes to get across the border there. A little bit longer at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry this morning, running you about an hour and a half to kick off your Friday morning. Back to you.
Yeah, and Ped West is open now. All right, thank you very much, Evan. Still ahead here, what investigators found in the aftermath of a deadly school shooting in Iowa.
Plus, what happened overnight to Oscar Pistorius, the former Paralympic star who killed his girlfriend, and how this year's Golden Globes will be different than years past.